Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday, y'all. It's a good day. It's going to be a good day today, I think. And it's definitely going to be a good stream because we will be continuing our trap project once again. That's right. We're going to be doing something new, different, and exciting. And we are going to make some more beats. And what we're going to do is create alternative loops to all the loops that we currently have in our session view. And we're going to try and come up with a different combination of sounds for each section and make alternative combinations. And we'll arrange our clips in the session view to kind of facilitate that. So what we'll sort of do is I'll bring myself in here. Hello. So today we are going to be, like I said, making some alternative loops, and the way we're going to do it is we're going to take one of these entire rows. So what you can do is just as you could duplicate copy and paste clips, like by holding Option and moving things around. Same goes for scenes as well. What these are called scenes. These rows, they're called, at least on the master track, they're called scenes. These are clips, and you can play the clips together as a group, but you can also play them on the right here on the master track, and that's called a scene. So I've got several scenes here set up. I need to launch, or I probably need to quit first. Excuse me, I have to do this every time. Getting fast at it. But yeah, over here on the right, we have a whole bunch of setup scenes, and whenever I press any of these arrows, it'll be the combination of clips that constitute that section. So I've got an intro that's 8 bars long, and then I have the same intro that I duplicated and added some transition effects on top that leads us into chorus, and I had been working on chorus and build up. And what we're going to do is, of course, get these finalized and then duplicate them out and try different things with them. So let's go ahead and dig right in here. I'm just going to play through and see what we've got. Just make sure that you guys hear it as well. To do is that shaker should have looped. So what we're gonna have to do is make it loop. What we can do is so here's a way you can make this happen. So what I'm trying to do right now is make this shaker clip. This is the one that with the fade in at the beginning. So if I just solo this track here, you hear the little fade in. What I want to do is have it loop. But I only want to loop this ending section once it gets there, right? So then we'll start from here, right? In fact, yeah, that's the only one with the double up at the end. Alright, so we have a little issue here, so we need to make these exactly the same. I want a little bit of a gap here. So yeah, these aren't exactly finalized yet. I like to get them kind of where generally in the right spot before I start to duplicate them. Again, we are making alternatives, but to get the original, well, the first option there, you know. Okay, for this, particularly this one needs to be changed. This chord needs to be changed. These chords need to be changed. I want to make that sort of. So we go. One. It'll do the classic build-up sort of motion where it goes half note, quarter, eighth. So it'll just get gradually faster as it goes along. Well, not gradually. It's gonna speed up. This might even be too much. No. And then I'll make it 16th here. That blends in with the siren effect I made last time as well. Ooh, oh, we got getting the loading circle. Okay, we're good. Whew. I always get nervous when I see that. And we're gonna things are just gonna break. Okay. One thing I like to do really quick is I'd like to make these a little shorter and then add a little bit more reverb here. Or maybe a little bit longer release instead of how they sound now. So that would be a release. Real quick. Not mind me. Okay. There's our reverb. There's a delay too. And this is the other nice thing about using Session View is that if you want to loop a particular section and just have it continually play in the background while you work on one particular element in that section, you don't have to go in and change where the loop region happens. Like, you don't have to go in and adjust this bar and then make sure this is on and yada yada yada. I mean, that's not too hard, but this allows you to just have it automatically snap to each section or just continually loop that section, which is nice. So we're just looping the last 4 bars of the build-up, and we can get it just right this way, or at least get version 1 right this way. We're gonna try some other alternatives. In fact, what I'm gonna do is just decide. So I think I want to automate some stuff with this. I'm just kind of creating a general idea of how it's going to go, right? Because when I duplicate these, it'll, of course, duplicate all the automation. We're going to work off of these clips. We're not going to, completely decimate them. I mean, some we might just delete, start over, but we'll see. So the idea is it's going to start all the way up. Oops. I need to these middle notes were a little shorter. So maybe they match the length of the other chord. Another thing I'd like to have is perhaps a kick drum and a bass sound happen there, so to kind of thicken it up, as well as a sub hit. So let's record those in real quick. So first thing we want is we're gonna of course want to adjust that LFO motion. Let's do it as a I don't know. Let's lower the resonance maybe? Just adjusting things here, don't mind me. Faster? Maybe the 1/8 would actually be kind of cool here. And if I had it on off, okay, so I can change the LFO to behave differently in the case of when I play a new note. So right here, what I'm controlling is so the mode. What that will do when it's set to off, no matter when I start playing the note, the LFO will always continually cycle. So I could do something like right, because the LFO bum 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 just keeps going dun 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 no matter what rhythm you play. But if you used trigger mode, trig up here at the top, this is what it defaults to, by the way. So when you load up a new LFO in Serum, it will be set to trigger mode, and this is when you play a new note. It's going to restart the LFO at its starting position, so you'll get bun dun 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 bun dun bun dun bun dun bun dun 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 dun. Right? But I'm going to leave it in so I can do something like that. Because I want to be able to hear clearly the beginning of each note, right? When you have this sub, it's kind of hard to hear that it's there unless you have something that emphasizes the transient, which is what I'm doing with this patch. So I'm going to try something here. 2, 3, 4. I could do. I have two ways of doing this. I could match it to the chord. Okay, so here's one of the times where we're going to use an alternative. So we'll make a duplicate of the whole chorus. And I'll call this chorus for alt 1. And then what we'll do is we'll create a version where we have the sub like chords. I'll of course fix the notes after, because the way this push is laid out, and it's in a certain scale, but we'll get the notes right. But I'll do it one way, and then I'll go to the exact same copied version over here, and we will try a different sub pattern. So 2, 3, 4. Yes, I'm only recording a 4-bar loop, so I really only need this much. And then I can quantize that, make sure every note is right here, so I can zoom in and see. Alright, first of all, we should max the velocity out on every single one. I don't think it matters. This is a B, this should be a C. That should be a B. That should be an E. C sharp. There we go. We got a problem with our patch here. You can hear it's supposed to be only 2 because it's going as 8th notes, or the LFO's speed is in 8th notes, so it should be bum 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 bum. But what instead we're getting is bum 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 bum. Like it starts to come up for the next note, right? The LFO comes back up to the top. You can hear it just a little bit. That's because the release on our note is not fast enough. See, we've got a 114 millisecond release. So during this time when the volume is fading away, the LFO continues to cycle, and you continue to hear the filter motion for just a little bit longer, and we don't want that. So let's pull the release back really short, 21 milliseconds. So now it's still kind of there, but what we're going to do to remedy that is we're just going to go ahead and make the notes a little bit shorter. Just a hair shorter. Because I don't want to bring the release down much lower than that, because then we might start hearing clicks at the end of the sound, and that kind of defeats the purpose of this whole thing. Like, I want to avoid there being clicks. There we go. That solved it. Now it just ends cleanly. 3, 4. We can make sure that we're compressing that as well. We are not. We're compressing it in the plugin, but we should do it again. I'm going to clip it as well. Make it so we can quickly change that speed as well. So I will do configure and rate. Perfect. So then we'll do an alternative where, we'll have option, drag. And then here, what we'll do is go into our clip automation and we'll change some things around. So like the LFO rate, which means we're going to have to go over here and set this to be automated because, excuse me, wow. What's going to happen is, since we have automation set in this clip here, like if I were to set the automation up a little bit, like I want to make this be 8th notes, right? If I were to set this automation up a little bit, what would happen is I would switch back to this one, but the automation would remain. So I'll demonstrate this. Like, let's say I have it at 1/4 right now, like where it was. But then I were to switch over to this clip. which actually has that on the 16th notes, but now if we switch back here, I might be wrong. You know what? Actually, I thought it just kind of preserved its position, but I guess I can kind of just set a level for this without there being an automation dot. Let's try this. So LFO rate 1/8. If I go back here, okay, it's still 1/8. Interesting. Okay, so all of them are set to, so you have a global control. You have a global control, and what I mean by that is, like, I'm able to control the rate of the LFO down here as a macro, and whatever I set that control to is what all the clips that don't have automation on them will take. So, yeah. So in that case, we're going to need to set specific levels with automation. So we'll do that. And then when it automates, right? So when we set it down here. See, and we switch back here. Now it's 1/8 notes because I had set it to 1/8 notes manually. So then all I need to do is create a dot. So this one will be 1/8. This one will be, well, whole notes. I don't want it to be that. Let's make it quarter. I believe that's about, okay. Set it there. 0.54. And now we have this and that. And then we're going to create another, well, actually, we'll do this for our build-up. What I'll have is an 1/8 note sub. And then I'll have these notes extend out for the entire length of the measure. And then I'll have the LFO speed start to increase right around here. So what we'll do is go into our clip automation, envelopes, and now we can control the flow rate. So that's what it sounds like. Let's pull this one out so I can connect to the next measure. So we can have we'll do this. We'll make it go like that. We'll make it go 16th, 8/8 quarter. I'm thinking would be cool. Let's play from here. I'm thinking, okay, if I could draw it at a lower resolution here. Eighth or quarter, eighth. Here. This is tricky to get right. Okay, here we go. Let me just clean up these automation here. I'm trying to make it just straight transitions. You know what? Okay, redo. So we're starting there. So all we need to do is for this section, select this much and then drag it out like that. Yeah. All right, that's too slow. So we can select it like this and then bring it up. Yeah, that's how we should do it. Boom, 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 boom. It's going to go back down. Stay down. And then we'll go up to 16ths. Ooh, drew it in perfectly. Nice. We'll go down to Oops, I didn't go up as far as I needed to here. So push that up. Yeah, nice. Quarters for the first note of this, so it'll go boom, 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 boom. Or we'll go, ooh, I got an idea. Slower for these notes as well. That kind of sounds cool. We'll make this really slow so that it's like static. Gotta restart it all. Okay, so this lead. Oh, we gotta stop all of these. The leads for now. I'm going to drop down the filter and have this filter sweep up. That might I'm going to make the chords go at the same rhythm as the bass. Oh, you know what? Here's another opportunity for an alternative set of clips here. So we'll have this one where the sub, or where the chords follow the rhythm of the sub, and then the other one will have the sub follow the rhythm of the chords. You'll see what I mean. So this one, I'll edit this one. Okay, and then all we need to change here is this last two measures. So to go boom, 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 boom. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm gonna create some other stuff here too. going to do another filter sweep as well. So I'm going to add a high pass filter onto the end. So it can go like this at the very end. So I'm thinking of doing something like that. At the very last measure, it'll go like that. I'll have a high resonance and be mostly out, but at the very end, the auto filter's cutoff frequency will zip all the way up to the top and then sweep down. So we get this effect. Maybe not that far up. Let me just listen to this. And then other things we can do. Massive, scream, I have that going up, but I might start it up higher. Yeah, I could do something like that. Increase attack as well. Yeah, I could start out lower or higher attack and then sweep it in like this. I'm going to do a filter sweep down and then back up here. So it'll go. Maybe not. Move this whole thing back. Change my mind on that. Okay, another thing we could do is let's turn back to release actually. Yeah, I can then pull out the effects at that point. So effects mix can come down. So it becomes drier. Yeah, it'll be sick. And then that'll go into drop variation. Which I'll have a clip I'll have a clip here. With the effects mix all the way down. And that should hopefully match the rhythm with the horns. Let's grab all of them. Solo this as well. Need the clips from here. Alright, I'll drag that like right here onto drop variation A and B. Same here. Drag these onto variation A and B, and then contact. That was the weaker horns. That goes there. Staccato horns. It's good. It's duplicated, but it's not going to be the final arrangement. So perhaps it could be staccato horns instead of co-picre. But let's see. Let's see how it turns out with everything here. That's variation A. Ooh, we got an extra note there. Oh, it's the staccato lead, no wonder. Okay, you're not gonna be here. And then with the chords, I have to get a better A. Just delete all the chords except the ones that happen at the same time as the horns. That has to be moved earlier. I'll just do this and this now. Oops. Shorten. So, time now, hopefully. 4. So, bum, bum. Perfect. None of these are looped, so they have to be loops here. Loop, loop, and loop. Also, the loop regions are a little bit off. You can see that the arrow is just a little bit after, so they're going to slowly get out of sync. So I have to make sure that that is corrected. Okay, great. Do that with the other clips as well, just to keep things consistent and looping good. So because if this was a little bit if I had left it this way, every time the loop repeats itself, it would get a little bit, or lag a little bit and a little bit more. It would get more and more out of time. On that note, I'm gonna go get some water because I am all out of drinks here and I am parched. So. Water. have the coffee. Okay. We have retrieved the coffee. Damn. Gotta hold it properly. And the water, and we're ready to roll. Gotta stay hydrated here. Hold on. Woo, alright. So we're starting to come up with the chords, place, and the drop. Because we need to get all the clips that we're making up the drop in our arrangement review into our session review so we can start making alternates of this. This is the main purpose that I wanted to do. I wanted to create alternate drop patterns, and I could perhaps create some alternate build-ups as well for use elsewhere. But enough talk, and more drop. So these are going to be like the horn / chord stabs that are going to be filling in the space, or that are going to be leaving some space in between for the bass to fill in. And let's go ahead and get some of that bass now, shall we? So we've got some right here on our resampled kit. But I'd like to... Okay, this is the one we're using, correct? Yeah, Yeah, this is the one we're using. So I want to grab resample bass 15, and that's going to be this one, right? Okay, I need to unsolo everything so that we hear it all. So the bass pattern might not exactly fill out this space yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our kit here, bass slices kit, and play ourselves a new one here. Just to get an idea of the sounds I made for myself here. With this sound. Or is it this one up here? The other 8th note length ones. Okay. I'm thinking maybe a bass stab. We gotta get a beat in here too. I feel like I can't just make a bass line without the beat going. So we need our drums. Turning the volume down of everything so the drums have more prevalence, and the bass does as well. Stick with something simpler. We might even just overhaul this beat entirely. Yeah, let's just do something real quick. Let's just play this in. 2, 3, 4. quantize. Thinking this could be more useful for a build-up. Let me create something shorter. And then the pitch of that as well can be adjusted. Pitch envelope transpose. That's the one we want to modulate. We're going to do it as part of the clip. Snare 808 transposition. Great. Okay. That could be cool as part of the build-up. So maybe without the first half. Just take this out. Release some drums as well for this build up, or for the chorus as well. We want like a kick there. Or max velocity on all of them. And as usual, we need this to be side chaining the other elements of the track. So we're going to make that happen here by taking this clip, moving it over to sidechain source, and creating the note, or making the notes a lot shorter. They probably need to be, very, very small. All this is a noise impulse, and that's going to be sent into a particular channel. This one, for this instance, it's the bass. So it's going to be sent to that sub bass right here. And that's going to duck the bass out of the way whenever it triggers this. So we have to make sure that we have to make sure that we're hearing the whole bass track here. So, and also make sure this is playing. And we get this. Particularly this, the whole bass track, and the drums now agree much better. See? The bass ducks out of the way for the kick. And I think we'll have another element of the drum kit happening here too. Thinking something like that. So all I'm going to do is alternate. I'll do the hi-hat pattern here. So, according to clip, 2, 3, 4. Mess that up, so we'll try again. 4. Messed up again. 2, 3, 4. Let me just rehearse it a couple times. What if I put the crash, this sound, in the same choke group as the hi-hats? So this is in choke group 3. Let me just at least have that before each kick, and that might just be enough on its own on this track. 2, 3, 4. quantize. That needs to be there and there. Alright, how about everything with that? Oh, also. Maybe some topper samples in there? I don't have enough of these. I guess I have the glitch sounds. Yeah, that's cool as heck. That particular sound for this time. What I'll do is try to fill it in only when there's not ba 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 ba. So only on measures 1 and 3, 3 and 4. There, we'll stop it. And we'll start it right there. And for 3 and 4. 3, 3, 3, 4, we won't have it. But stop it here. Well, that was pretty lame. Let's move that one. There, it's not going to happen. You get the idea. Ooh. So it's going to be a 4-bar loop. And then the kick's going to come, it's going to start, I can't find the word. It's going to start speeding up a little bit. So it's going to mirror the rhythm of the chords and everything else that's bum 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 bada 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 bum bum bum. But I'm going to do the kick differently. I'm going to just speed it up only to 8th notes because the kick is also triggering the sidechain, And the sidechain is cutting out a lot of the bass, and we don't want the bass to be cut out so rapidly that we completely lose it by the kick. So I'm only going to go as fast as like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. And I will particularly, I'll also include the build up. What is it? Where is it? I made like a trap snare build up somewhere. What's that? Where was that? Oh, there it is. Let's copy from here. I have to select the notes. Copy. And we'll go here, and we will paste from here. And then we'll play. We have to make it same rhythm in the sidechain source. That way we're getting ducking happening. Okay, we want to just copy the rhythm of the kick. Is that the case here? I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it is. It is. Well, or perhaps we want to just copy then the kick. So, boom, copy. All of this can go. Or in fact, all of this can go, because we have the kick pattern right here. There we go. And then all we need to do is make the notes shorter. One final thing I want to do with this build-up is, I had mentioned before I'd like to tease the sound of the bass as the build-up happens. So that really depends. That tease of the bass really depends what the bass line actually ends up being. So, like, I'm not sure which one of these sounds I like to use. I'm experimenting here. I'm thinking these longer ones would be nice. And some of these fast ones might be nice. Yeah, maybe just alternating between one of those 16ths for the end. 2, 3, 4. Something's wrong with one of these. I think this one could probably... Yeah, it's a little delayed. Listen to particularly N. Apologize. This is... There we go. Da-dum. That's cool. Alright, now we need to resample that and transpose the clip. 2, 3, 4. Why did it not record anything? Oh, right. I've got to set the source to resample it. Let's try that again. 2, 3, 4. Yay! Now I can remove this, turn this on. Oops. Okay, that's better. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, that'll do. Now we can go to one of the other clips here that has the transposition automation already on it, and we can just borrow it. Move it here. There we go. I'm going to do a more static transition here, so we'll do D to E, so it's going to be -3. We're not going to do a curve. Well, we'll do a curve up into, oops. We'll do a curve up till here. hit C. And I'll have it increase in pitch as well. Let's hear how the warp handles this one. Because the compressor is doing so much work. Yeah, I can't hear that because we have too much compression. I'm going to take out half of these so that it's still only compressing in quarters, but we have kicks on eighths. And I'll make the kicks filter out at the end. So we're going to do... we might as well just do the whole kit. We'll throw a auto filter on the end of the entire kit, and we'll use a high pass filter. We got to make sure that we solo or unsolo. And I might even just undo all of the... So no side chaining at the end. Maybe a side chain here at the beginning. And to compensate for that, the frequency in the whole kit will come up and then come down right here. Yeah. And we could use some more change in this as well. All right. Tell you what, we're going to delete this. We're going to make another duplicate. I'm going to make a version where it's just accelerating rather than doing this rhythm. Filter can, instead of going downwards there, we can have it go upwards like this. So option 1 is this. Or you have this. could even continue, or I could try something else with the bass, where I continue those all the way to the end. So I'll create a variation of this where it's not these two clips, but instead this again, and the pitch automation, what? The pitch automation will be different as well. So let's record another resampled version here, making sure that this is the only clip that's playing. It's not. I'm kind of bothered with this, how late this one is. Actually, it was kind of good where I was. All right, let's resample this. 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. And then I want to adjust the clips transposition similarly to how it's done here. But instead of going down at the end, we'll continue to go up. Like this. Oops, I need to play this one instead. Yeah. Yeah. And then the drop happens. So let's get that constructed. Yeah, cool. Try that. So it'll be before the snare and then with the snare on the even measures. Let's try that one. Let's give it a try, shall we? 2, 3. Ah, totally scuffed it. Totally scuffed it. That'll be cool. Quantize. I kind of like that tom hit. It was a mistake, but I kind of like it. Also, I'm going to lower the velocity of all the hi-hats because they're a little bit too loud and to the point that they're distorting. Also, I think they have too much low energy in them. I need to high pass the hi-hat particularly. So I'll do that with an EQ. And the thing about drum racks is I can do this where I have an EQ after only the hi-hat sample. I could do it over hi-hat open as well. All I'd like to do is just have a filter in. Gets rid of all of that. Alright, and I'll move that as well. So I'll copy, go to hi-hat open and paste. Cool. accent that with our glitch sounds. I want to be more sparse with our hi-hats because I keep forgetting that we have these glitch samples. So I'll just delete a couple here and there. So we have the static kit, which will serve us well here. There's a particular sample in here that I don't really like, and I might just remove. It's, that one. I'm just gonna, like, delete this one. We don't need it. I don't want it there. Where is it anyway? Right here? Yeah, delete. Bye! Okay, well now we won't have to hear that sound anymore. Of course, I've got to turn back on my random and arpeggiator. I'm going to try a different pattern of notes. 2, 3, 4. Quantize these as well. 8th notes. Nice. I like this. Let's commit a swing groove to it. thing this track needs is an EQ. Perhaps a little bit of compression. Kind of shape it in. Tiny bit of compression, not much. Something like that. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can quantize this, commit the swing groove to it, and now making the bass happen. Idea. So we'll do like more subtle sounds, and then on the beats 2 and 4 we'll use ones that are more frequency modulated. These ones, and then these. So I'm thinking a rhythm something like 2, 3, 4. Okay. Try that again. 2, ready, go. Something like that. Bum 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 bum, syncopated. 2, 3, and. Now we can tweak it around. First, we should quantize, though. This one's gonna be long. Yeah, that one. Thinking what would go best here. I don't know. I think we'll just keep it. Sorry, this is probably annoying. I should have put similar sounds, like similar timbres near each other. That's kind of cool. Bring this one back a bit, so it's like okay, maybe a different cycle. That might be too much. I'm gonna use some of the sounds up here for this. Choose a random. See what cool. Yeah, this isn't gonna fit anymore. Of the options. Let's record it out into a resample track. That way we can pitch bend it. So you just need to solo the bass and record. this. It gets subject to some processing, including the kick pattern. I should zoom in to get the snares. Make sure the longer notes are all shortened a little bit. Okay, that should be good. Now I just need to play this, and we'll start it here. Start it here. Alright, let's put the pitch automation on it. Pitch modulation. This stuff. So that we get the right pitch. And we need to also make sure that the warp mode is right so that it sounds good when it's transposing. And then for here we have another option. Yeah, cool. So now it matches the pitch of that of the horns. Okay, so let's go through what we have now. Just kind of get us reacquainted here. But hey, it is coming along. But yeah, you saw right there, I was able to just press play on in this one after the other and on these scenes to transfer between the to transfer between the different sections. I'll just count it out and then press the play button on each of these, but I can reorder and skip certain sections and whatnot, and I have control over the playback. Because I haven't really decided on the main arrangement yet, and I might create a build-up. Next time, I might create a build-up that's going to be 8 bars long. That because I might want to do a longer, more drawn-out build-up. I think that's probably a smart move. We could do an 8-bar chorus and an 8-bar build-up. That way we have more room to vary some stuff. Bring some elements out, bring some elements in. We'll have just more time to do it. And that will therefore give us more time to build suspense for the drop, right? yeah, because I'm not really sure about how long this is going to be. Like, chorus for 4 bars, not really going to work out. The chorus is usually much longer. And I'm not even sure this could be called a chorus. Yeah, you could. I guess you could call this a chorus, but it's too short. So see what we can do about that. Let's play it here. In fact, a lot of these are already 8-bar loops, so. Alright, so, yeah, next time we will have a, I'm going to do some off-camera stuff. I'm going to write out some more bass lines in between now and next time. And we're going to have some more options to choose from. And I'll lay out different drop variations. In fact, I could do that now just by duplicating this clip here, or this scene. So now I have 3 different variations. I can do variation B, variation C, and then what this will be down here is drop part 2, where the horns and all the other parts start to get more advanced. But I'm thinking just these are all this, yeah, part 1, alt, or just drop part 1 and then drop part 1. It's key to, it's good to keep yourself organized in this way. Alt 1, then drop part 1, alt 2. So now I have 2 other bass lines to change, so I'm going to get rid of these, and we're going to fill in 2 more of these bass lines, and come next time there will be that there. They can choose different elements, and I might also try slight variations with the horn clips and the chords. I could also try introducing some of these back in. I could introduce the ARP back in, and in fact I'm going to try this now because I'm just curious. It might be really cool. Yeah, we'll definitely do something with that. But as it is 1:30 and I'm getting quite hungry, we're going to come back on Monday and we will have a couple more options to choose from. We'll have some more bass lines. We'll have some more other clips, and it will be a different focus. It'll be more of a mixing and finalizing sort of focus on Monday. We'll have more material because I'll be working on this over the weekend and just kind of churning some stuff out. And yeah, Monday will be sort of a show and tell of what is done. So mark my word on that one. We will have some progress on this. And I'll also record out a mock-up version into the arrangement view. And I'll have several more, at least 3 variations of each section. So, and or three variations of the clips, right? We'll do 3 different scenes. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to be yet, but some of the clips are already fine. Like, I don't need to change some of them. The melody, especially, like we could do alternate melodies. That's always It's always a possibility. But there's some things that just work right now, and some things that don't. We're just going to try stuff until it does, and that's kind of how music making really ends up a lot of the time, is just experiment until something works, and then do it, and then just stick with it, build on top of it, and continue to just construct the beat, and just instead of deleting stuff, just leave it in there and save it for future use. Like, I'm creating so much material in this song, but I'm not going to use, well, I wouldn't say so much material at this point, but relatively it's kind of a low amount of stuff going on. But point is, I'm not going to be using all of the clips that I'm making right now in this final song. It's just going to give me a couple of options to choose from, and quickly switch between, find the exact, just kind of narrow it down. Help me get this beat done faster, and it would help you get your beats done faster if you were to compose in such a way where you gave yourself the ability to quickly switch between combinations of sound. And it's helpful because you can avoid the linear arrangement view and having to delete and move things around just to test a different drum beat with your track. You can just quickly test a different drum beat, or test a different bass line, test a different chord sound, different automation line, just by switching the clip over. Very, very useful for both composition and live performance. So, until next time, I will be going now. Join me on Monday, 11:30. We will be continuing this, and it will be a little bit further down the line. So, yeah, come check it out and come see what the progress is when